I just got here. Rude.
Back at it, I guess. Well, let's see what I got.
Oh, look, another bunker rifle. Oh, yes! Oh, we've been waiting for this. Absolutely. Do I want anything else? No, no, no. I mean, we could do with another bag of flour. Or, excuse me, another bag of salt. That's just meat and water. That's just meat and water, too. See, 1.5 3/4. Okay, so liter and a half of water, 3.5 kilos of meat, easy. 6 cloth, easy. 2.25 liters of lamp oil, less easy, but doable. Okay, we got eight fir firewood for a single can of corn. Mein Gott. Okay, we're gonna have to save up if we want to start trade. Well, no, we don't need to do that. We have cans of corn in the dam, so let's go. We got salt, we got flour. Yeah, it's fine. One of that, one of that, one of that.
Yep, heading out.
And still no trader trust. Because we've already completed his quest line. Right? Yeah. Alright, so 3.5 kilos of meat. Well, we did just deposit a wolf back there. That should be fresh enough. Liter and a half of water. We can get that from the fishing hut. That's fine. And 6 cloth, easy. How much lamp oil do we have? And do I want to part with that much? Let's see. We have 0. And 0. Oh, but wait, I've got a jerry can sitting somewhere around here. Right? I could break those down if I wanted to, but I don't. Okay, we got a liter there. Let me preemptively grab that. Yeah, that weird empty one that always seems to show up for some reason. I got 1.6 liters on me right now. I did have a jerry can, right? I'm not. Am I hallucinating? Am I an AI? Oh, whoops. Okay, well, I guess because I really don't want. Well, hang on. You've got a third. You basically got a lead. Okay, if I break those down, yeah, if I break those down, we're basically there. Or even just this one. That's if I re-harvest, it's gonna take an hour. Okay. Oh, those are. Will it actually take those? Because they're below 50%. I mean, it shouldn't matter because, like, who's getting fussy over lamp oil quality? But he might. Do we check? You know what? Sure. Worst comes to worst, I cook up some of the doormat of fish. But we're still decently mobile. So while we have the Aurora, let's do some sciencing. Because I have a memory, and it's a vague one, but I remember trying to put a jerry can that was below 50% into the trade box. There's a wolf around here somewhere. Yeah, I tried to put a jerry can under 50%, and it wouldn't take it. So, aha. Oh, that was well short. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Q. Now, where'd my arrow go? There we go. Yeah, that's another reason not to do that. Because if I remember correctly, if we lock in a second trade, you actually can get a second Aurora in the same night. Now, I don't know if they'll necessarily stick around all that long, but you can do it. We have done that in the past. I think we were kind of we were machine gunning trades for flour, which was just like meat and water. And we had an array of meat saved back there, so we'd be able to do 2 in one night. Okay, we'll check real quick, make sure Petunia's not home. She is not. Okay. Yeah, Zert. That was admittedly not the wisest approach. I could have easily just walked past the Aurora Wolf, but you know what? We're feeling our oats a little. And we need, how much do we need? 3.5 kilos. is. So where's the fresh stuff? Gamey. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You know what? 4's fine. If he gets a little extra, we won't begrudge him. Okay, let's see. Meat, 1, 2. Salt, 1, 2. And we'll take it. Oh, and just as the Aurora ended. Okay, well let's see if the game is going to call me a liar, or if we're actually locked in for another Aurora. Well, listen to that. Two Aurora, 2 Furious. Now, did I overpay in terms of lamp oil? Yeah, okay, a little bit. Did I overpay in terms of wolf meat? I mean, it's just like a quarter of a kilo. But honestly, if there's anything we have in excess, it's wolf meat. So I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, because like, when I was in the menu, just to moving things over, I heard like the last strains of the Aurora music just kind of waning away, and then we just click, confirm trade, locked in, and then now here we are again. Ooh. Much green. One of the things I learned when I was in Aurora chasing in Sweden, and I got their presentation. Apparently, like, green is the most common Aurora color. And then as you get like a red and then blue, then you get progressively rarer. Now, why is green the most common? I don't remember. Like, they very well could have given a reason, and I just forgot. Something to do with like the light spectrum, maybe? I don't know. Or like the kind of particles it takes to make those colors. That was like 2 years ago, man. You can't expect me to remember. Wolves should be turning. Well, ideally, all the wolves would be dead, but obviously we can't necessarily bank on that. So they don't exactly announce when they're going to respawn, now do they? Yeah, it's past midnight. Astrid really should be in bed, but I want that pemmican, man. I want that pemmican.
Up for another trade? Dropping the stuff off now.
I mean, I saw you right out there. It's not like you got far to go. Yeah, why wouldn't we have a coffee right before bed? That's healthy stuff, right? You know, good for your sleep schedule. And if we can get back quickly enough, well, yeah, we'll leave the salt and the flour at Misanthropes, like we've done with all the rest. If we get back quick enough, we might even be able to set up a third trade, and that'd be ideal. So we're not waiting for the next Aurora to get that started. And we do have a fresh wolf kill back there if we're short on meat. Excuse me. We could run, but honestly, why? I mean, we're going to be tired anyway, and it's the sun's going to be up for too long, which is, well, not ideal, but we can, you know, Astrid's been putting in a late shift tonight. We can let her sleep in a little. Do the wolfskin pant recipe? I think so. Yeah, I think that was one of the earlier recipes we traded for. Yeah, back when recipes were expensive. When the required, like, was it multiple carb? No, it didn't require multiple carb batteries. I don't think. One of your favorites? Uh, like, are they particularly warm, or do you just are you a fan of the drip? Oh, it was two batteries, right? Yeah, yeah. Like initially, it was that, and then I think they shaved it down to, like, Hinterland shaved it down to one, and then if we get trust high enough, he stops asking for those. There we go. Okay, take those. They are warm. Okay, nice. Because this actually, I think we'd already got to 500 days before the trader was announced, or the trader was implemented. And those batteries were rare. Yeah, oh yeah, before they had the battery caches in certain spots, certain not exactly convenient spots. Okay, drop you, and drop you. We're Yeah, this is gonna be like our, well, yeah, I think grand total, it could be our, let's see, signal the first trade, start the second trade, finish the second trade. Yeah, this will be our fourth call with Sutherland tonight. Is that gonna annoy him? Maybe, I don't know. I hope not. We gotta get that trust going. But yeah, the battery cache, and then like the DP well, I think there's a decent number of batteries in coastal, and it ain't with all the cars. But yeah, and then adding the battery cache in DP, in theory, should be enough if you're actually focused on improving the trust to the point where he stops asking you for car batteries. But yeah, like putting batteries, a cache of batteries in Bleak or in the air, yeah, in the airfield in in Blackrock Prison. Like you really have to be dedicated slash desperate to make use of those. Although I suppose that's what the Travois is for. And haul those chonkers, across the countryside. There we go. That'll be dinner. 'Cause I don't see the need to do complete 3 trades in one night.
You're back.
Sure
Like
am.
it or not, this is all I have.
Man, he's pushing that bunker rifle hard. Camp camp mystery. Oh, I don't know, man. Couple bags of that. Couple bags of that. Raw fish. I don't know about that. Yeah, I guess we're gonna just keep grinding these trades until he I guess trusts us. Okay, 2 bags of salt, so 4 and 1.5, so 7 kilos of meat, and then 3 liters of water. Sure.
Time to buzz off.
Then you have to you have to travel or something like that. I mean, or you could do it the old-fashioned way. You could lug that by hand, and by hand I mean back. I don't know why you would, but you could. Okay, we are going to be on a water mission on the morrow, clearly. Yeah, it can't give you a full sleep, Astrid. I'm sorry. Because it did keep you up kind of late. I'll give you 7, and we'll see where we are there. Hey, 590. And Astrid's up just a little bit before noon. Maybe that was a Blackhawk for breaking down for lead. That could be. And that's not a bad shout. And I guess if they're in Bleak, and I think they're in Bleak, that could also be useful there. But then, why are they in the airfield? You only need 1 for the radio tower. You like the yeah, thank you. That was I think that was it was the remnants of our power leveling mending, and then that just kind of evolved into leaving clothes on the floor so they don't deteriorate quite as quickly. Okay, so we need a bunch of meat and a bunch of water. So we could harvest up that wolf we killed last night, assuming its meat is still fresh enough. Hey, Bumblebee, morning to you. Yeah, we're still pushing for 1K. Just taking it one day at a time. Uh, and we're trying to get the trader's trust up to max, and he's 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 being rather withholding, I think is the term. You know, we're making trades. We made like 2 trades last night when we're trying not to call him too much, trying to give him his space, but he still won't trust us enough to give us the ding dang achievement. Although we do finally have the pemmican recipe. Okay, I'm gonna grab this before it deteriorates any more. But good to see you, Bumblebee. Hope your weekend's going well. Okay, it is 76%. Nice. So that'll be very usable. And while we're here, we might as well get everything off of this boil that we can. So this will take care of the meat requirements. The water, not so much, but we can do something about that. And are you friend or foe? Wolf or doe? You're coming closer, so you're probably a wolf. Yep, you are definitely a wolf. Although, yeah, you're going to be going where the smell was rather than where the smell is, and that's why you'll never be Wayne Gretzky. Well, yeah. Before I live to regret those, let's let's stop doing crazy Ivans and actually like get where we're going. But yeah, so we started off today. We went to the Muskeg and Mystery Lake to reclaim, what was it, Vaughn's rifle and the uh, and uh, the Hunter revolver. So we're setting up our display to show Hinterland we have all the firearm variants, but for whatever reason the achievement refuses to trigger. Yeah, out of protest. Hey, Sutherland, it's the middle of the day. What are you doing, brother? You silly sausage. You should be sleeping. Let's go ahead and nice with your aunt yesterday. Nice, nice. Okay. Remind myself. Okay, 7 kilos. That's barely anything. Well, here, just grab the meat. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello? Why? Why? Oh, different trade. Duh. Now we have multiple trades. Okay. So I need 2 more kilos, and those are little bitties. You are half a kilo. Still good, though. How about you? Okay, 1, 2. Perfect. Okay, now we just need 3 liters of water. Easy peasy. Although, I'll grab these and then leave them where they can be more useful. You reach day 40 in your low. Nice. Is that a is 40 days a PB for you? I mean, it's good regardless. Okay, yeah, that wolf is still out there. Drop that. Pop in here. We'll leave these behind. Okay, 2 more guts. And 1 more wolf pelt. Plop. Okay, misanthropes, that is another bear, or another wolf, rather, and 2 more guts. You think so? Definitely. Well, hey, congratulations. And to celebrate, I imagine you will make yourself some lovely animal hide clothing. Okay. Um, what are we after? Um, water. Both for me and for the trade. So where did that wolf go? Did it reset? He might have reset. You finally unlocked a second feat too. Oh, fun! So your next run can actually have 2 feats. Ooh, what did you unlock? And was it a useful one, or what was it like me and unlocking book smarts just in time to use for this run? You know, that most useful of feats. Use Grippus Snopes is an OP base. Oh, really? So what makes it OP in your mind? I am, because I know that people say, people use Quonset or Misanthropes. Some people like the Blue House across the road. Oh, enjoy the scenic route. The walking one. The one you travel a certain number of kilometers. Right. Is that Blizzard Walker? Yeah, that was not bad. Is that the one where your stamina recharges faster?
Man, I could use a drink.
Or is it the one where you're walking in or you're 20% faster walking into the wind? Yeah, well, I mean, that was not as universally useful, but it makes life much less annoying, especially with the frequency with which you're walking into the wind in this game. Okay, I will. Yeah, I like that one because I think that one and Cold Fusion, they give you something that you can't normally get in the game. Like there's no I don't think there's no food or there's no tool that recharges your stamina faster. So that is a feat that is game changing, in every sense of the word. Whereas like book smarts, just do the thing more. Fire master, just start more fires. You can get by without those, or you can replicate the effect through effort. Yeah, the Blizzard Walk, or not the Blizzard Walker. Well, I suppose, yeah, but yeah, that one and Cold Fusion. You can't necessarily. Oh, there's the jerry cans. Okay, three for Sutherland, and then one for me. I will shoot at you when I need you. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's like lingering annoyance and then fear of arrow thieves, but I'm much more tolerant of deer. I will I will only shoot one when it's absolutely necessary, or when I'm in need of a large amount of meat quickly, because obviously wolves not so dependable for that. Okay, so beyond the trader thing, I think our next thing in our to-do list, we're gonna need to pack up and then make the trek to the airfield, and then get barbs. I assume that's where I left it. I'm almost certain that's where I left it. So we can finish that little mini quest of mine to assemble all the variants, even if we don't actually get the achievement. Boo. Then what? Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. Okay. Liter and a half potable. Eau potable. Ready trade. Okay. Now, well, okay, it's like mid-afternoon. We, oh, hey, we want to move things along and make use of ourselves. And, well, there might be room for a second fire in there. I don't know, though. But, Baglands hype! Two free fires in one stream.
Come on, little fire.
Postmates, nope. Fishing hut, yep. Rabbit Grove, yeah. Wolves really come close, so it's pretty safe. True. Although, Petunia is right there. So, you can't totally slack off. And I don't know about you, um, I have seen the Timberwolves set up shop worryingly nearby. Okay, we'll get that going. Can I walk up here? I cannot. Okay. But yeah, I have at times seen the Timbies, over on that side of the island. And I guess if you're not careful and you're stinky, you might be able to attract their attention when you don't want it. You haven't seen the Timbies in this run yet? Okay, well, long may that continue. Let's see. That's an hour and a half. That's not going to fly. Are these all an hour and a half? They sure are. Okay. But yeah, as long as you're, you show good smell discipline. Yeah, you can absolutely, set up shop here. I would think that I would say like the argument for the blue house, the neighborhood isn't as rough. You don't have as many wolves hanging around the back and around the front. And you actually have an indoor fireplace with two burners, not even not a fire barrel. And plus you have a much nicer bed. Now there's no workbench, but if you really need one, there's one right across the street. Like, I know Oliver favors that one as a base here. You kind of want to go for the tails? Yeah, sure. I don't envy, especially going to Sundered Pass on Loper and having to deal with all the Timbies there and the weather. But I mean, it's been done. So it's not like it's impossible or anything. It's just you do need to be careful, which I know you will be. I'm going to top up our stores here. Yeah, it's foggy, but that won't last. Are we? Am I actually not protected here? Well, officially not. I don't have the little shield thing, but I feel like we're pretty safe. There we go. So for future hydration requests, we'll be in good shape. So I don't have to shuttle and keep dipping into the stores of our favorite fishing hut. Okay, fog clearing.
It's getting dark out here. Gotta look for shelter.
Eventually. Oh, we can probably milk another half a liter. There we go. You're covered to outdoor fires. You get rid of cabin fever risk very quickly after cooking outside. Don't have a bedroll yet. Ooh, 40 days and no bedroll. Ooh, that is rough. Where have you been hanging out? Somewhere with plenty of beds, clearly. Cooking fishing sessions and fishing kind of your best way to manage cabin fever. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, outdoor fires are the truth. Another amazing pull, Astrid. Well done. So yeah, the extra the additional burn time, and especially if you know the little mechanics like the inside or outside of a cave, you can kind of finagle that to where you can get the cabin fever busting benefits of the cave, but also also have your fire on the outdoor bit and get that extra time. That is the best of both worlds. Because I don't. Because I mean, does cabin fever build up faster on Loper? I don't know if that's an actual setting. It certainly feels like it does. Oh yeah, and cabin fever was another issue in the misery run we were talking about earlier, because having to staying inside I think it was in the cabin in Milton with the workbench in it, when you're that's near the HRV exit. Excuse me. I was shacked up in there for too long, according to the game, and I did eventually finish making the bearskin coat, but I basically starved Astrid to death in doing so. So mayhaps in future we'll we'll settle for wolf coat and just be smarter about making teas, dropping fires, and focusing on staying warm rather than trying to power through purely through the magic of clothing. Because all indications are that doesn't work. Alrighty. Might give her a quick nap, make sure the Aurora has kicked in. Got moved off twice heading to the Riken. Oh no. Oh, the DP moose? Was it up on the rock, or was it on the bridge? Maybe laying low and coastal. Got working tools day 2. Wow. Where'd you spawn? In Bleak, I assume. Either that or the Zoc. You build the workbenches, you get a meat curing box. Nice. Once your first lot of meat is cured, you hit the road. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. And yeah, cured meat would be awesome. It's light, it's calorie dense, and it doesn't smell. As travel food goes, you can hardly beat it. Okay, we'll call this in.
What's the latest?
Oh,
Moving
yes!
out.
Goods and services achieve the highest trust level with the trader. Finally! Oh, sweet, blessed achievements. On the rock. Oh, so yeah, that is a very rude. And that moose behaves so strangely because like I've had this in multiple runs where like it refuses to run more than a couple meters away from the island. Like it's like it's magnetically stuck there. So even if you scare it off with a shot or a rock, it'll only go so far. But because it can't get far enough away, it never de-spooks. So it's just running and running and running and running and running and running. We had that in the Furry Than Silence run, and we had to put it out of its misery. You spawned halfway up Timberwolf. Oh, right! Because there's one in Ash Canyon too. Yeah. At Miner's Folly. Okay, I remember now. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, that's not a terrible spawn actually. Now, because I know you. So you say you're 40 days in. Have you summited Bumblebee? Because I know there. If you spawn in Timberwolf, there is the temptation. Go to Mountaineers, get your matches, you get a little bit of clothing. But I bet you probably waited if you summited at all. But if you have no bedroll, that would be gutsy in the extreme. Because I know I've seen people do a no bedroll summit, but not many. No hacksaw Mountaineers. Okay. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, there's no point in it because like you really don't want to go all that way only to find there's no hacksaw up at the summit either. That would be devastating. Okay, just making sure. Cause I know we're what 590 days in. I mean, I'm operating under the assumption that respawn rates. I mean, they're slow. How slow? I don't know. Like, is there a is there a baseline? Like, do they work like the temperature? Like after a certain number of days, the temperature range is as low as it's going to get. So, does it work similarly? So, like the respawn rate after a certain number of days is as low as that's going to get.
Barely walked with this much gear.
Or, well, or does it just keep going down and down and down? But then again, if temperature doesn't do that, why would other things? Why would they have a different mechanic? I don't know. Okay. Well, we're no longer pushing, which is good. But I do think I would like to get one more trade started tonight. We don't have to finish it. We definitely don't. But I would at least like to get that on the record. But now that we got the trader trust, the next step will be do the inventory management, everyone's favorite, and we go get Barb's rifle and complete the set. And because it's in far territory, it's going to take a hot minute. That's at least a few rounds of meat curing right there, I'd say. And if for whatever reason we need more, there is that salt deposit on that back side of the island. And I don't know this for certain, but I've been told that those actually respawn like coal, which is odd, but I'm not against it because like it's flour, or it's not flour, it's salt, which is like it's a nice to have, but it's not game breaking, so I don't I don't mind that. So I'm trying to think, what else? Um, so if we're gonna make the trip to the airfield, that's we go out through the ravine, Mystery Lake, Muskeg, Broken Railroad, so on and so forth. Yeah, so I mean we have water. We just made a bunch over there. My main concern would be food. We can grab some cattails in the muskeg, but that's only going to get us so far. Yeah, responsible people who don't have the DLC can still use the meat curing box. That's a good shout. That's actually really smart. That makes a ton of sense. Because otherwise, how are those folks going to get salt? I mean, some of it might they might spawn in the world, but there's only so much out there.
Back for more? Huh? Here's what I have.
Okay. Ooh. Still with a bunker rifle, man. He's pushing that hard. You want a maple sapling for coffee? 8 harvestable plants, 2 rabbit pelts. I mean, they are cute socks though. A single MRE for 3 kilograms of fish meat. I'm not sure that's a good trade. Oh, here we go. One cured hide, water, and ptarmigan down. I don't hate that. Because we have ptarmigan down to spare. We have no end of wolf hides. And we got water. Sure. How many, though? Uh, two, three, four? Five. Well, no, we'll go four. So we'll go one ptarmigan's worth of down. Because these should they should keep for a while.
Heading out.
Okay, and yeah, obviously we got hides aplenty. So immediately my mind went to, I mean we got hides, we got ptarmigan down, we just made a bunch of water. We could finish that tonight. But what's the rush? Oh, do I still have those caffeine pills on me? Okay, I should not have those. Yeah, I don't need those. Not now.
Oh, rest suit. I'm gonna faint.
I'm gonna put those right there. I've got ptarmigan down on me. Four hides, four. You know what? Screw it. One. Oh, nope, that's fresh. Two, three, four. Okay. I've got a fever, and the only cure is more commerce. There's no good reason to do this. None whatsoever. But since when is something being a bad idea stop me? Certainly not when there's loot on the line. Good grief. Oh, man. Okay. And here I was trying to keep Astrid on a semi-normal sleep schedule. Just because it's the post-apocalypse doesn't mean you can ignore sleep hygiene. Is that a fresh doggo? That was like a fresh doggo. Actually, there's another one. Wow, those respawn quick. All right, well, let's go this way. Declared out predators. May as well. Well, I that was my thinking as well, Bumblebee. But apparently, the stalker respawn settings, they're kicking in regardless. Now they are a ways away, so long as we're not too, as long as we don't wander the wrong direction, we should be all right. Because if we do get in a scuffle, it could go poorly for us because we are quite tired. Smoke design. Yeah, but again, it's I guess maybe that answers my earlier question about does the game state being this late, does that drive down the respawn time? I'm I'm inclined to believe there is a floor. And even if you are deep into the game, you still there's a base value it can't dip below, especially when it comes to wolves. Okay. For those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just need the water. Okay, grab 4 of those. Lock that in and see if we can make it back before the aurora ends. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 for me. Boom. Done. Am I gonna... No. No, I'll save my coffee. It's not... Okay, well, the aurora's already fading. Although, we did just lock in another trade, so we should get... Yeah, you've had first aurora. But what about second aurora? Yeah, look, the deer are out. But if we just locked in that trade, then, once this ebbs away, we should get the second one. I think. Oh man, that fog came back right quick. Well, we'll see how long that lasts. I can see the horizon fading. And now it's back. Ha-ha! Man, for a mysterious atmospheric phenomenon that is, yeah, I guess, changing us in unspecified ways, it feels like the aurora is sure easy to manipulate. Okay, yeah. And those two doggos wait right there when the fog lifted. Is that... Oh, okay, that must have been a deer, because that thing just whoop right out of existence. Oh, okay, and then and the doggos are freaking out. So, normal service here, apparently. Okay, that one's running off that way. And then that one's running off that way. Now, will they reset when we go in to confirm the trade? Probably. I know, Astrid, I'm working you very, very hard of late. I do apologize, but again, commerce is on the line. So, you know, sometimes sacrifices must be made. You like the auroras for midnight crafting? Yeah, especially if you're somewhere where that doesn't have natural light of its own.
Up for another trade?
Yeah, they'd be happy
You'll
for
see her
auroras.
here in the box waiting for you.
Well, I mean, the auroras are they can be helpful. It depends on how exposed you are. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but just to make sure we can bring it home. And again, what is sleep hygiene? What's that? It's when you brush your teeth after you drink a cup of coffee before going to bed. Okay, so if those Aurora doggos reset, they should be over there. Hmm, I do not see them. That makes me a little suspicious. I mean, if they wanted to take this Aurora off, I wouldn't blame them. You know, they did just go for a long run, so they're probably tired. Yeah, take a load off. Have a nice nap. Get a full night's sleep, unlike Astrid here. Oh, hang on. I spoke too soon. There's at least one way off of there. So where's his buddy? Alright, well, if it's going to stay over there, I'm happy to leave well enough alone. Checking for Petunia. It's just, good sense. One of these days, she's going to be home, and we want to be ready to give her a proper greeting when she is. Because again, it's just for what, four? Yeah, four manufactured arrows. It's, I mean, we're keeping Astrid up, we're keeping Sutherland up. It's really not worth it, but we're gonna do it anyway. Oh wait, do they not stack? Okay, they do stack. I was gonna say that'd be weird. Okay, we'll go back. Hopefully, we can get another trade in, but that's it. I, I promise. Yeah, I've broken my word to Astrid once already. I'm not gonna do it twice in one stream. Plus, our girl has a long trip ahead of her, so we do need to make sure she gets a good night's sleep. Okay, gently, thank you. Okay, still only the one. That is preferable. Right. Yes, we're gonna have to. We might offload a few things before we leave for the airfield, because Barb's rifle is heavier than usual. But yeah, that's the trade-off for extra durability. So we should probably we're gonna need like 5 kilos or so of extra capacity. So we're gonna have to be rather light. We can do it. We might just have to like get food on the way, rather than setting out with everything we need. Because, oh yeah, there should be cooked meat in Broken Railroad if we need to top up before we enter the far territory. Hang on. Is there? Okay, there is. Okay. I was wondering if there was a chimney on the blue house. Because like that's yeah, the chimney is the tell if there is an interior place for fire. I'm recalling that from Dunn's Can I Lopez Santa series. Because there have been some eccentricities here and there, but usually if there is
Hear me out there?
if there's a chimney, that means there's a fireplace indoors.
Hey, what's the story?
I was unaware there was
This
going to be
is
one.
what I scrounged up today.
Stop trying to make bunker rifle happen. I've already given you way too many maple saplings. 15 for cereal. My goodness. 8 for dried apples. I guess if you need vitamin C. More lamp oil? I don't think so, man. do I actually need any of this? Because I really don't want to give up my firewood. Don't need more of that. You know what? This is easy. Okay, we'll just more flour, more salt, and then we can just finish that off any old time.
See you, I guess.
Hello? No music? Rude.
I'm so tired I could lay down right here.
Well, that's fortunate, Astrid, because that is exactly what you're going to do. Okay, I might just give you. Oh, let's go for 6, and then we'll reevaluate. Yeah, I probably won't send her out this day. We'll wait one more day and make sure she is fully energized before, sending her out into the wild far yonder. That's going to be a thing for another day, though, because it is past 1 a.m. and I should probably put myself to bed as well. But let's do our quick journal check before we do. We have survived 591 days. How many in coastal? Quite a few. Excuse me. See, 591 days, 755 wolves, 28 bear, 8 moose, only 10 deer, 23 bun-buns, and yeah, there are. Wait, have I not killed a cougar in this run? Huh. Well, we'll have to change that at some point, won't we? And most importantly, well, 2 camera photos taken, and 264 lizards, and an even 20 can openers found. Okay, nice. Yeah, there used to be a cougar in coastal, but not anymore. Okay, we are going to leave it there because I need to go to bed. But yeah, thank you folks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all being here. Ruak, Bumblebee, and Zert, Gigi, and Goofy. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Yeah, thank you, chatties. Thank you, lurkers. And YouTube friends, thank you for hanging out. We will see you folks next time, and bye for now.